The global economic landscape is anticipated to change significantly by 2050 as a result of changing geopolitical dynamics, demographic shifts, and technological advancements. It is anticipated that emerging economies, especially those in Asia and Latin America, will become more significant and pose a threat to the established economic giants. In this video, we will explore the top 10 richest countries projected for 2050, highlighting the factors contributing to their economic growth and the challenges they may face along the way. Number 10. China. If its current rate of rapid growth continues, China's economy is predicted to be the largest in the world in 2050. Focusing on infrastructure development, urbanization, and technological advancements, China's GDP is predicted to make up about 20% of the world economy. The nation's deliberate investments in manufacturing, artificial intelligence, and renewable energy will probably strengthen its position as a global economic powerhouse. Growth will be largely fueled by China's shift to a consumption-driven economy, which will be aided by the expansion of the middle class. Furthermore, China hopes to increase its influence in international markets by bolstering trade ties with Europe, Asia, and Africa through the Belt and Road Initiative. However, issues like trade tensions, an aging population, and rising debt levels could affect China's growth trajectory. Maintaining the government's economic momentum will depend on its commitment to economic reforms, which include bolstering intellectual property rights and opening up the financial sector. Number 9. India. By 2050, it is predicted that India's economy will grow significantly and may even surpass that of the US. Rising consumer spending and a move towards a more service-oriented economy are anticipated to benefit India, which has a young population and a growing middle class. Initiatives from the government, like Make in India, are meant to increase manufacturing and draw in foreign capital. Furthermore, improvements in digital infrastructure and technology are probably going to encourage entrepreneurship and innovation, which will advance India's economy. India is a desirable location for international businesses because of its sizable domestic market and advantageous location in South Asia. Growth, though, could be hampered by issues like income disparity, inadequate infrastructure, and red tape. To fully realize India's economic potential, more reforms in areas like taxation, labor laws, and ease of doing business are essential. Number 8. United States. By 2050, the U.S. economy is expected to remain the third largest in the world, solidifying its position as a major player in the world economy. However, given the faster growth rates of emerging economies like China and India, its relative position may deteriorate. Thanks to its robust financial markets, varied industries, and technological advancements, the U.S. economy will continue to prosper. Growth in industries including biotechnology, renewable energy, and artificial intelligence will be facilitated by the nation's innovation ecosystem, which is supported by top-notch universities, venture capital, and an entrepreneurial culture. Growth may be impacted by issues like aging populations, political division, and income inequality, but the United States is predicted to continue to lead the world in entrepreneurship and innovation. Maintaining the economic edge of the United States will depend on how these issues are resolved through legislative changes and expenditures on social safety nets, infrastructure, and education. Number 7. Indonesia. In 2050, Indonesia's economy is expected to rank 4th due to its abundance of natural resources and youthful population. The nation is well positioned for substantial economic growth because of its advantageous position as a trading hub in Southeast Asia, as well as its initiatives to upgrade infrastructure and draw in foreign capital. Its economic prospects will be further enhanced by the government's focus on diversifying the economy beyond commodities into industries like manufacturing and services, positioning it as a major player in the global market. The demand for goods and services will be fueled by Indonesia's expanding middle class and rising consumer spending, while the country's youthful workforce will give it a competitive edge in labor-intensive industries. But issues like income inequality, bureaucratic red tape, and corruption could impede progress. For Indonesia to reach its full economic potential, more must be done to advance human capital development, bolster the rule of law, and enhance governance. Number 6. Brazil. It is anticipated that Brazil will remain firmly positioned as the 5th largest economy in the world in 2050. Brazil, having the biggest economy in South America, benefits from an abundance of natural resources, such as minerals and agricultural products. Reforms targeted at enhancing governance, lowering inequality, and creating a more business-friendly climate are expected to bolster the nation's economic growth. In addition, Brazil's economy will continue to be significantly influenced by its status as a major exporter of raw materials and food. The government's initiatives to streamline the tax code, reform the pension system, and privatize state-owned businesses will encourage investment and increase productivity. But social discontent, political turbulence, and corruption could jeopardize Brazil's economic development. Sustainable growth will depend on addressing these issues with inclusive policies and fortifying democratic institutions. Number 5. Russia. By 2050, Russia is expected to be ranked 6th in the world economy, continuing to be a major player. The nation's abundant natural resources, especially in the energy sector, will be essential to the stability and expansion of its economy. It is anticipated that Russia's economic resilience will be strengthened by its strategic alliances with nations like China and India, as well as its initiatives to diversify the economy away from oil dependency. On the other hand, internal difficulties and geopolitical unrest could endanger its long-term expansion. To diversify the economy and promote innovation, the government must concentrate on growing high-tech sectors like biotechnology, information technology, and aerospace. Attracting foreign investment and fostering entrepreneurship will also require bolstering the rule of law, cutting corruption, and enhancing the business environment. Number 4. Mexico. By 2050, Mexico's economy is expected to grow and might rank as the 7th largest in the world. The nation is well positioned for growth due to its close proximity to the United States and its involvement in trade agreements such as the USMCA. Mexico's manufacturing industry is predicted to grow, helped by a youthful labor force and rising foreign direct investment, especially in the electronics and automotive sectors. Sustained growth will also depend on attempts to strengthen governance and security as well as economic reforms. The government's emphasis on education, infrastructure, and innovation will increase competitiveness and productivity. But obstacles like income inequality, drug-related violence, and corruption could impede development. Mexico must address these problems by enacting comprehensive reforms and bolstering its institutions if it is to realize its full economic potential. Number 3. Japan. Japan's economy is expected to remain among the largest in 2050 despite a projected decline in ranking. Although Japan faces demographic challenges such as an aging population and declining birth rates, its high productivity and technological advancements are expected to support the country's economy. The nation's emphasis on innovation, especially in automation and robotics, will lessen some of the effects of its demographic problems. Japan's ability to export goods and maintain a strong global brand will keep it influential economically. Nonetheless, issues like the need for structural changes, the high level of public debt, and the low productivity of the service sector will need to be addressed by the government. Japan will need to embrace immigration, invest in human capital, and encourage women to enter the workforce in order to adjust to its changing demographics. In order to ensure Japan's long-term economic prosperity, it will also be essential to cultivate an increasingly entrepreneurial culture and to support innovation in developing industries like healthcare and renewable energy. Number 2. Germany. Germany is expected to drop in the rankings due to economic and demographic issues, but it will still have one of the biggest economies globally. Germany, the largest economy in Europe, is renowned for its prowess in engineering, manufacturing, and exporting. Its expansion is, however, hampered by the aging population and the requirement for digital transformation. Innovation will probably be sparked by Germany's dedication to sustainability and renewable energy, but in order to stay in this position, it will need to adjust to shifting global economic conditions. To promote innovation and keep Germany competitive, the government must prioritize funding for research, development, and education. Germany will need to address its skills deficit, foster entrepreneurship, and support the uptake of new technologies if it hopes to maintain its position as a global leader in high-value services and manufacturing. Germany's economic prospects will be further improved by advancing economic integration and strengthening the European Union. Number 1. United Kingdom. Even with its uncertain economy after Brexit, the UK is anticipated to complete the top 10. The financial services industry, innovation, and cultural influence are what define the UK economy. However, obstacles like labor shortages, political unrest, and trade disruptions could hinder its economic expansion. To maintain its economic position, the UK must prioritize investments in infrastructure, education, and technology. The United Kingdom has the potential to maintain its prominence on the international scene if it can effectively handle these difficulties. To spur innovation and productivity, the government must work to support the development of high-tech sectors like biotechnology, green technology, and artificial intelligence. The UK will need to make investments in skill development, draw in talent from around the world, and support an entrepreneurial environment in order to keep its competitive advantage. Maintaining the UK's economic prosperity will require fortifying trade ties with the European Union and other important partners. As the global economy develops over the coming decades, these projections show a shift in economic power towards emerging markets, especially in Asia and Latin America. If you liked our video, please hit the like button and subscribe to our YouTube channel.